What is up, guys? Steve here with Scotching Things. Hey, just kind of another random video update on some knives, a failed 40-day challenge, and let's talk vehicles. First, 40-day challenge. I failed miserably. What is today, the 10th? God, I'm sorry, guys. I thought I could do it. Like I said, if you watched, I'm gonna post this video today. I just posted the Saw2 unboxing. That was Friday, I think. I failed. I just couldn't pass that knife up. And then, so I blame, like I said in that video, I blame Dave, I blame my buddy Kevin, and then the wheels fell off this weekend. Like I said, the wind has been horrible for work. I'll explain that in a minute. So, just sitting at home doing nothing, except looking at knives. And then Keith, I'm blaming this on you, Keith sent XM24, oh my God, and the Demco 8020. Guys, I'm glad he's, oops, can't get it. I'm gonna cut my face off. I'm glad he sent this, guys, because I was wrong on that knife. I still think the 8020.5 is kind of garbage, but the 8020, no joke. It's a sweet knife. So, talking with him all weekend on Instagram, it's all his fault. And you'll see I'll show him when they come in. Like when I say I went off the rails, I went off the rails. Saw2, 3, 4, so that's 5 plus a pre-order. Oh, I mean, the wheels fell off. My wife wasn't happy, and I get it. Yeah, it was a 40-day challenge for Lent, and you know, you try and, I think, I'm weak, guys, I'm weak. I think, what have I done? When I was little, in grade school, I think I gave up chips for Lent and managed to make it. And there was probably some other stuff when I was little. As an adult, I've been pretty weak, except like I think maybe 4 or 5 years ago, my wife was like, why don't you give up drinking for Lent? And I did it. That was the, you know, did that one. The knife one, I failed miserably, so I am sorry, guys. And it's more, you know, because my kids get into it. You know, they like that kind of competition. They get into the whole giving something up, and they're really good at it. And I failed, and that's as a father. I'm more disappointed as a father and as a role model to them. So it's more, and I could've. It was all self-control. I make little excuses like I couldn't pass that up, and then, like I said, the wheels fell off. But it's more of a disappointment as, like I said, as a father to my daughters. So, new challenge. 40 days is hard. Should I go 40 days again? Should I go just 30 days? Should I go until like, so I bought, the last stuff I bought was yesterday. So should I go starting today? Is it the 10th? Hold on, let me check. I can't see the date on my watch because it's blocked. Is it the 10th? If it's the 10th, should I go till May 10th? Or long? I mean, you guys let me know. I'll go however long you guys think I should go, except for one knife. I'm gonna put this as a addendum. Stang Blade Works, the Pyrenees version 3, sorry, it's coming out soon. I've been after this knife for a couple years. He makes them in tiny batches, sporadically, and I mean, they're gone like that. And I have been jonesing after this knife for a long time. I mean, you don't even see him on the secondary. So I will give, that is my one exception. I'll go however long you guys think I need to go. 60 days? I mean, you tell me. I can't go a year. Don't even say a year. Don't say 6 months. That's impossible, guys. But I'll do 30 days, 40 days, with that one exception. 60 days. 60 days, I think, would be the longest. You guys let me know how long I should go, with that one exception, that I can go after that knife. So there's the update on the failed challenge. Did some selling also this weekend. Hoback Husky, gone. Took a giant loss on that. Gungnir, the Renegade Gungnir, gone. And the Spyderco Gail Bradley 2. Brand new. I was excited when I got that knife, and then I never carried it in this last, I've got so many. It's a nice knife, nothing wrong with it, just needed to move some stuff just to make my conscience feel better. Pretty cool. Sold that to a guy on Instagram down in Kansas, who's kind of like he's kind of like a millwright, so kind of in the ag world, kind of like me, so that's kind of cool. Some work updates. It's been real depressing. Like, we basically had the entire week off. We worked Monday a full day, Tuesday we worked for 3 hours, and then Saturday we worked for 3 hours. Can't work in the wind while we're jacking. Let me explain that real quick. While I'm taking some oxygen tank caps back, I need to take those back so I don't get charged for them. The guys forgot to put them on the empties. No big deal. So I can't jack a bin in high wind because it's too dangerous. Too big of a chance of losing it, and one, damaging product and getting people hurt. So why is that? So we've got jacks in the bin. So this is on this bin, it's a 54-foot diameter, and so there's 18 sheets, and there's a jack on each sheet except for by the door. So we've got 17 jacks on the bin. As they get taller, if it was a really tall bin, this is only 13 rings tall. But guys, we've been on this project for a week and a half, and we've gotten the roof done and 5 rings put on the bin. It's just, I need 2 more days without wind to get the bin shot up, and then I don't care how windy it is, because then we're putting floor in. So anyway, and this is a tall sheet bin compared to a short sheet bin, and I described this in another video, but I'm just kind of rambling now. So short sheets are generally 32 inches tall. I can jack in a stronger wind building a short sheet bin because I'm able to put sheets out as I'm jacking, if that makes sense, to help block the wind. On a tall sheet bin, the way our jacks work, I can't put sheets out to block the wind until the last lift. And especially on this Brock, they're even taller. They're 44 inches tall. So I can't put sheets out until my 4th lift. And the way our jacks work is first stage, you go up, and then you have to put a pin in, then you drop the jack down, put another pin in, make a second lift, and you repeat that process. Well, the back, you can't put sheets out on a tall sheet because as that jack comes down, it'll catch the sheet and bend the sheet. So it just sucks, and you can't put anything out to block the wind. And so the problem is you've got a strong wind, and really anything over, 8 on these big bins, they catch a lot of wind, especially as you get up higher. So you're getting real sketchy around 18, and there's a little give in those jacks, and it pushes, the problem, it'll push the bin up against the jacks, and then you're prying, when you try and set the bin down, you're prying it out, and you're using blocks to get the bin away from your jacks, and it's just too dangerous. Even though the jacks are anchored, that's a lot. And then because it's a 44-inch sheet compared to others, they're like 42. There's around 40, but it's like a 42-inch sheet. Those 2 inches, I think my jack is extended 2 more inches, and it's just too dangerous. Guys have lost them doing that, and like I said, it's just too dangerous. There have been instances where we've got brackets where we'll hook onto the bin from the outside, and hook it to the telehandler to help steady that pressure going up. But in the kind of winds we've been having, it's not worth it. I mean, it is just not worth it. So it sucks. It really puts us behind. I mean, our season is short, and we've got to crank the, put the hours in and work during our short season. So that really, really sucks. So here, I'm 10 minutes in. I've talked about the 40-day challenge and some work stuff. Let's talk vehicles. I just thought this was kind of interesting. I can't remember, in one of these car vlogs I had mentioned I was driving the wife's minivan because diesel was too expensive, and someone was like, if you can't afford diesel, you shouldn't have a diesel truck. Dude, shut up. I run 2 diesel trucks. I've got a 2500. Oh, my neighbor just passed me. I've got a 2500 and a 3500 dually. 2500, I love it, man. It's more comfortable. And then he slows down. Come on, Dick. My neighbor. 2500, it just rides better. It's smoother. It gets better gas mileage. But I need the dually to pull a couple of our trailers because the 25 just won't do it. So the dually pulling our telehandler's like 16,000 pounds. I'm right at the edge with that thing for my GVW, but it pulls it fine. But I'll get 8 miles a gallon, and now with diesel prices at, I'm right now in my area, I'm lucky, I'm at high 4s. I've paid over 5 this year, and that really sucks, guys. I mean, that cuts into your bottom line. We're lucky right now. We're working around home. I'm still an hour. That's another reason, like, this job, we're an hour from home, but, we get home and the guys are able to see their family every day. We could stay in a hotel closer, but why? So, diesel prices blow, and I'm really glad. Like, we bought my wife a new minivan last year, Toyota. It's a hybrid, whatever. We were looking at Suburbans or Expeditions. Now we needed something bigger just because we still have to haul all our kids around. So, yeah, so kind of lucky there. But diesel is ridiculous. I mean, and I know they're pushing everybody towards electric and whatever, that's fine. I think Teslas are cool, but I mean, I don't think they think in the grand scheme of things like what these diesel trucks really do. I know we saw a commercial the other night about Chevy talking about their new electric Silverado coming out, and she's like, would you ever get a? I said, I don't know. Here's the problem. So I got on their website, and they've got, in a year or two, they've got the heavy duty version coming out. And I was looking at specs, and they claim it can tow 26,000 pounds. But for how long? How long can I tow with that vehicle before having to stop and charge? And like, I can stop at a gas station and refill and be back on the road in 10 minutes. Time is money in my business, and I can't spend, I can't waste 45 minutes at a charging station. It's ridiculous. I mean, that's 45 minutes out of my workday, and in a short season, stuff like that, that's ridiculous. And they don't say how long it'll tow for, how long, like, what's my range. That's a big deal. I travel quite a bit and pretty far. And then here's the second thing, like, when I'm on location, how do I recharge that vehicle? When we're building, we're lucky if we have power on site. But there's a lot of times it's a new bin site, and I have to run my generator just to jack the bin, charge batteries, stuff like that. Going to the hotel at night, where am I going to charge this truck? I mean, I know they're starting to put stuff in, but I haven't stayed at a hotel with a charging station, I don't think ever. So I don't really think they think about that. I think diesels have kind of become more popular, and in my area, you know, I'm in a farming community, they're everywhere. But I just don't think it's feasible, and I honestly don't think they think about stuff like that. I mean, yeah, if you're just driving down the interstate and there's a charging station every so often, but what happens when you're out in the country with nothing around? And there's lots of times, like, there's no cell reception. You're out in the middle of nowhere, and so how are you going to get that vehicle charged? Do I gotta sit there and use my gas or my diesel generator to charge my truck? Does that make any sense at all? I mean, they want us to get away from that stuff, but I'm using gas or diesel to charge an electric vehicle. Come on, guys, let me know what your thoughts are. It just doesn't, unless it's, and plus the cost. I mean, the cost of these vehicles is ridiculous. How do they think people are going to afford them? Sorry, this is a mini rant, but this truck right here is a 2018. And I know someone commented down below, I asked what other kind of vehicles or what other kind of videos you'd like to see. And they said, let's see some Duramax videos. So I'm running a 2018 Duramax and a 2016 Duramax. Usually we were trading them in about every 3 years, just because, you know, it's stupid, but you show up to these farms and you don't want to be pulling up in piles of crap. You have to look the part. I know that sounds vain, but it's true. These farmers all drive around beaters, but they've all got really nice trucks in their garage. That's what they drive to town in. So you have to look the part. You can't show up with shitty looking equipment. It doesn't instill confidence. So, but anyway, sorry, rant there. I'll get those videos. There's nothing really special done to them, but I'll go over the problems and what I like and don't like about them. But really, they've been bulletproof. I haven't, other than death issues, they just go. All right, they go. I need diesel. I pull over, I get diesel. 10 minutes at the gas station, I'm done. All right, so I don't think they think about people out here in nowhere or working in nowhere land. Where am I going to charge? I'm on a gravel road and I need to charge. What, I got to pull over and plug into my generator? What if I'm not towing a trailer that's got a generator? You get to the site and then what? I think there's, fine, if that's the future, fine, but I mean, you can't force it. Let it happen. Let the infrastructure get there before you force. By what, 2035 GM's not going to make any more diesel or gas vehicles. Come on, guys. Maybe by 2035 the battery technology will be better. I'm sure it will be. I'm sure, and the infrastructure will be there to where it makes sense. But right now, from my standpoint, it doesn't make sense. And if GM came out with an electric truck that could pull 26,000 pounds and had the range that my diesel has, yeah, fine. But the price, what's the price? I mean, like I said, okay, so this 18 was $65,000, and the dually, the 16 was around there. And now with this whole chip shortage and stuff, I looked at trucks last year, and they were wanting for a 2,500. You know, they're jacking up the price. You know, you're close to $80,000-$90,000, and I don't get the stripped down work truck models. You know, it's my daily too. So the creature comforts are nice. You know, the LTZ Model Z 71, whatever. And you could strip down if you had to and get the work truck and save some money, but then your resale value is not as, your resale and your trade-in value aren't there. So, yeah, is my truck worth more now because yeah, it is. I could get some decent money out of this truck right now, but to go into something for $100,000 that's just basically a work tool, I get it, because my telehandler was $100,000, my trailer was $20-some thousand to pull that. you have to, yeah, it's a work tool and it's a write-off at the end of the day, but still, it's just kind of like I don't know, it's just kind of like, why are vehicles so stupid expensive? I mean, they've just gone up. Trucks, especially trucks, man, the popularity has gone up, and I hate to see what an electric truck's going to cost. And then they shoot you the cheap, you know, here's how much it is, but then you've got limited range. You have to spend this much more to get the better battery. I want to see where it's going. I don't see it working for me ever. So we'll see, unless stuff drastically changes. But I just don't think the infrastructure there, and I know it's coming because I know everything's going that way. But in the next year or two, there's no way. There's no way. And like I said, I'm worried about when I'm out in the middle of nowhere working on a farm. How long does it take to charge a vehicle on a 110 outlet? Or I mean, that's what we run, you know, our jacks run off 220. And then they don't think, a lot of these farmers are going to 3-phase. So are they going to make a 3-phase? I mean, they got to think about this stuff. And I don't think they do. I don't think they think about what their trucks are actually used for sometimes. So, because I think trucks have kind of become like an SUV where everybody has one. So they need to really think about the work trucks and what they're really used for and solve that problem before I would ever look at getting into one. So 20 minutes of rambling, little knife update, work update, and vehicle. What do you guys think? Let me know down below. Yeah, it is what it is. We'll find, I mean, if they quit making this and my only option is battery, I guess I can always run used trucks, so they'll run forever. So this one's at 92,000 miles. My dually is at, because we use that one less since it only pulls a couple trailers, that's sitting at like 70,000, so they'll go. I mean, I'm not worried, but yeah, shit goes wrong, and you can't, as vehicles get older, I can't afford a breakdown either. You know, you can't afford a breakdown out in the middle of nowhere. So that's why warranties are nice too sometimes, where you just fix it. But thanks for watching, guys. Let me know what you think. I'll talk to you later. Bye.